Hi YouTube, we are live. Let me turn on our Facebook. Give me 1 second. Say hi if you're here. Hi.
We gotta go run again.
It is Wednesday and we are live once again during Corona. All right, and we are live on one Facebook. Give me 1 second. And we are going live. Hi, Facebook. And we're going live on the other. Nice headband, thanks. You know, it's one of those days when the hair ain't looking all that good. Let me make sure the lighting. Hi. So what do? You resort to a hat. Oh, hi, Margarita. All right, so we are baking my chocolate tart, which is super duper good. It's actually the first ever paleo recipe that I made like when I lived in Florida. Oh, hey Melissa, long time no talk. Like 4 years ago, who knows, time flies. And it has since still been like the #1 dessert. So that's what we're gonna make. It's no bake. It is paleo. It is also vegan, and it is super simple ingredients and super simple to make. And if you like chocolate and you like sweets, you are gonna like it because it is very rich and awesome. So what are we gonna need for this recipe? We're gonna need pecans. Okay, lots of pecans. Pecans. We need cacao powder. I've been whipping out this cacao powder a lot. And the maple syrup. I've been using all these ingredients a lot. Maple syrup, vanilla, coconut oil. Oh, sorry, YouTube. Only YouTube could see me there. And avocados. Okay, now it might sound weird that we're using avocados, and people are like, "Ew, that's gross," or "That's weird." It is so good. Don't let that be what you judge by. Like for when I make it for people, I won't tell them what's in it until after they're done eating it because I know, I know that people will already like have a mindset in a certain area if I tell them that it has avocados, right? Because it is a little weird at first, but don't let that fool you. Okay, so we're gonna make it. It is super simple. You need your blender though, or high speed, whatever, to make it. And we're gonna start with the crust, okay? So we're gonna start with pecans, and we need 4 cups of pecans, okay? So you're gonna toss in 4 cups. I didn't even get my measuring cup. Good thing it's right here. Ta-da! Okay, 4 cups of pecans. So get that. It's a lot of pecans, I know, but it's good. Pecans, good fat. Coconut oil, good fat. Avocados, good fat. And, of course, it does have the maple syrup, which is sugar. But at least it's not white processed sugar. So 4 cups of pecans. I need more. I said it was a lot. I get my pecans. I get the big bags at Costco, just like this. I get my pecans, my walnuts, my almonds, all the nuts there. Because I do use them a lot. You only have 3 cups. Darn. Yeah, that's why in the description of the image I did say 4 cups because I knew that was specifically what was needed. Melissa, I suggest then, do you have any other nuts? Do you have any walnuts? Maybe do 1 cup of walnuts. Hi, David. Hi, everybody. Hey, Christoph. Yeah, Melissa, if you have walnuts, do it with walnuts or honestly any other nuts. Okay, do walnuts then. Do a cup of walnuts in there. So you're going to put all the nuts in there. And you don't need that cup anymore. Then we're going to put in the cacao powder. Okay, you need half a cup. Hey, Angela, we're making a chocolate tart. And it is also vegan. So this is something you should do for your with your daughter. It is delicious. Okay, so I said a half a cup of cacao powder. All right, cacao. Hey, Dan. We're making a chocolate no-bake tart, and it is to die for. Honestly, if you haven't done any of my recipes and you're like, oh, I really need to make something, this is like, as I said, my number one recipe. But I'm a chocolate girl, and this is a very rich chocolatey cake because of the cacao we're about to pour in. So a half a cup cacao, dump that in. Don't let it spray all over because it does get that. Okay, you're gonna need it for later, so don't be putting things away. Okay, you need it. And then you're gonna put in a tablespoon of vanilla. Okay, 1 tablespoon, and then we're gonna blend it all together. This is for the crust. Okay, and there's no turning on the oven, which is perfect because I usually forget to tell you to turn on the oven. So don't have to forget. All right, so once you've got the 4 cups of pecans, hey Wilbur, what's up? Once you've got the half a cup of cacao powder and a tablespoon of vanilla, you want to blend. You want to put in the blender and you want to turn it on high or whatever, and just really get it nice and finely chopped. Okay, check how that is. Okay, yep, it should be pretty crumbly. I'll show you what it looks like. You see? Okay, we have 3 lives going on, so I gotta show all of you. Okay, so now, I forgot to tell at the beginning, the pie that you need, sorry. So you can use one of these, just circular or honestly anything. It's not gonna grow, so you don't need to make sure of anything. But this is a 9-inch. If you have a 9-inch, perfect. If you don't have a 9-inch but have something else, grab that. Give me 1 second. And then I am actually, because I'm making it to take somewhere, I'm going to make it on this one because it's like more like a to-go type thing. It's a little bit smaller, but that's okay. You make fit whatever it is. So what you're going to do, you have this crumble, and you're going to sprinkle some of it on your pan, okay? About 1/4 a cup. So I'm just going to sprinkle it on the crumbs, okay? And I'm just going to let it sit on the bottom. So I kind of want to it's no big deal, just enough to kind of cover the bottom. Enough of it, okay? You guys see? Everybody sees. Okay, perfect. Now leave that aside. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the maple syrup to the rest of the beater. So we're going to add maple syrup, and we're doing a 3/4 a cup. Yes, it is a lot of maple syrup, I know. So just don't top it all the way up. Let me just make sure. Yep, 3/4. So pour in your maple syrup. You know, I don't with my sweetener, I don't ever like top it off till the top exactly. Like I always leave a little bit off. If you see, it's not full to the top. I don't want to pour it, but I want you guys to see. Just because it is a lot. And a little less isn't what's going to make the difference either. But whatever, that's my thing. If you guys like following like instructions to the T, go for it. Okay, so once I have my maple syrup in, I'm going to put it back in the blender. And I'm really going to mix it well. Okay, making noise. Okay. Oh, I just noticed on YouTube, you guys can see like the cover of the phone. Sorry. Hi, Marianne. We're making that chocolate pie I told you about. Anybody that's baking or that I am making jealous to want to bake, let me know, because I hope I am inspiring you, because this is our 9th week, 9th time we're baking. I hope I'm inspiring you to do some baking with me. That just makes me happy. Okay, so now you have this. This is what mine looks like. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat it down into my dish. So I'm going to grab my pan where I put some of the pecans on without the maple syrup, and I'm going to put this. So my blade comes out, and I'm going to take my blade out for this part because we're going to use it again. So don't put your blade in the dish in the machine. Oh, how much maple syrup? 1/2 cup. No, sorry, that was the cacao. 3/4 a cup. Did I not say that? 3/4. Yep. And leave all your utensils out because you're going to use them all for doing the filling also. So that makes it even less washing because it's the same things that you're using. Okay, so now that you have that, you are going to pat the crust into your pan. So you're gonna use your hands that have been well washed. Oh, mine already have some chocolate, if you can see. And you're gonna just with your hands start pressing it down. Now this part is honestly the part that takes the longest. And none of you can see this part because it's not facing down. So I'll move back a little. So I'm gonna just start putting it onto my pan. And you might get frustrated at first because it's not sticking, but just start adding it in, kind of crumbling it on. And you want to cover the whole bottom and the sides with it, okay? And honestly, the crust is so good. Like, even you could just eat it, and it's delicious. It's so good. I can't even tell you, like, where I originally saw this, like, version of the recipe because I don't even know where. I don't have, like, all I have it written down in is on a piece of paper that I wrote it, and then I wrote it on my notes on my phone. So I can't even tell you. So I'm going to start patting it down. And yes, if your hands get sticky and you can't, like, pat it down, you can use a spoon, or you can even wash your hands so that it's not so sticky and then start doing it, okay? But you want to make sure it's patted down. I'm going to use a spoon, even though my hands are super dirty. And see, now I can flatten it more easily. So you're going to do that. It's going to take a minute. So if you have anything you want to say, you can. The weather's nice here today if you're in Northern Virginia, right? I hope you went for a walk. And if you are making it, don't get like overly excited because you can't just eat it right away. You actually got to either refrigerate it overnight. Since you're making it now at 6, you could just put it in the fridge so you have it for tomorrow. Or you can freeze it for a couple hours. Basically, you just want to let it sit and harden, okay? So my bottom is looking pretty filled out. And then I'm going to pat it onto the sides. So you want to fill it up the sides, whatever pie dish you're using. Facebook, you guys can't see me doing it, though. Let me try and turn a little bit. There we go. Maybe you guys can see me on the right. Can you guys see me? Yeah. So you want to then start patting the sides until you get it like fully flat there too, okay? And use it all up, right? I mean, you made all that, so kind of do it all, and then you can make it thicker as you wish, okay? This, by the way, when we did James's YouTube live a couple weeks ago, like the Q&A, and he was asked what was his favorite paleo dessert. That question was probably asked by me, but that's okay. He did say the chocolate pie. This is the one he was talking about. So it is a good one. My family, we are all chocolate lovers, and I got to tell you, it doesn't last long with this. So this pie dish, I've never done it on this dish, but it's smaller than the glass one I was showing you earlier. So I'm definitely like gonna have enough left. Like usually when I make it on the 9-inch, I have just the right amount. Then you can make it look pretty on the sides and flatten it out. If you want to just be sloppy, it'll taste the same. All right, and then once we've done this part, Melissa, how you doing? Your hands are probably dirty now, so you probably don't want to be answering me. And then after we do this, we're going to use the we're going to do the filling. Okay? So, pat it in well. And yeah, last week Natalie had mentioned making granola, and I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. And I didn't just ignore that. I do still want to make the granola, but that will wait for next week because I had a little, I have to get some of the ingredients, which I didn't have yet. So we'll do granola next week, next Wednesday. We are making granola, which there's a million ways of doing, and I've personally made them many ways. And we're going to do one of the ways. Homemade granola. Because that's something you can do. You probably buy at the grocery store, but it's something so easy to do yourself. So I like to make it a little thick on the sides and then like flatten it out, if you know what I mean. Okay, if you're a perfectionist, you know, you can keep going at it. Hi, Diana. We're making a chocolate pie. You're okay, Melissa? Okay. Hey, Andrew, what's up? Andrew, I'm sorry. This recipe does have pecans. So unfortunately, you can't have it. Diana, are you making the recipe now with me, or are you going to do it another day? Because I know you said you were going to do it. Okay. I'm going to wash my hands, and I'll be right back. Because if not, I can't, like, continue with my hands this dirty. So just keep going at it with yours. Almost there. Okay, coming. So, I'm going to show you. So, I still have some dough left. Like I said, like I said, the dish I'm using is a little bit smaller than what it usually I do it with. So, I have some left. And I'm just going to put it out into a bowl, and then later I'll figure out, I'll make another mini one or whatever. But because you're going to want to use the blender to make the filling. You don't need to even wash it. That's how easy we make it. So that's why I just got to remove what's in there. Okay, so that's staying aside. Now I'm going to put my blade back in, and I'm going to add all the things for the filling. So I said 3 avocados because that is more or less what it is. Now I know avocados will vary a lot, big ones to small ones. So these are the ones I have. They're like medium size, pretty decent actually. And I got them on Saturday or Sunday, and they're already pretty soft. So you want them soft, okay? It's soft enough, not like overly soft, but you definitely don't want them hard, okay? So you are going to just put all the ingredients. See how I did that? That's how I always take mine out. You're going to put all the ingredients, all the filling ingredients in. So we're going to start with the avocados. So I'm going to scoop my avocados out. Now, 3 is usually what you want to go for. Now, of course, depending on the size, if yours are super small, I would say maybe go for 4. Hold on. I got a little part, like the end part. There we go. Okay. So yeah, if they're super small, you might want to go for 4, right? Because I noticed that my filling, my pie is a little bit small, my dish, right? I'm probably going to do 2.5. And because I know these are like a pretty good size of avocados, because I've made this so many times, I kind of have a good like eye for it, you know? Not showing off or anything. Just saying. Hold on, let me take that part out. Had a little bit of brown. But other than that, it looks pretty good, the avocado. All right, so that's 1. Make sure you get it all. One of my pet peeves is when you don't, like, scrape out the avocado. Like, it should look brown. I still have a little more up there. It should look brown when you take it out, right? Don't be wasting any. Avocados are expensive. Don't be leaving the ends out. That's my 2 cents for you. Okay, cut up the other avocado. Looking pretty good, these avocados. You know, sometimes they turn out brown. I did good picking these. All right. So we're going to add these. The avocados make it really creamy. And that's what's going to make it really good. Okay. Okay. Going on number 2 here. And I'm going to do 2.5. Like I said. Hey, Dan, you didn't answer me. Are you doing it now? Well, or are you doing it later? I think you're doing it later. I don't know if you have the avocado soft yet. All right. And now, like I said, I'm going to do 2.5. But you probably want to go for 3. If you're using the proper like pie dish, go for 3, okay? My experience is that usually I have extra. I mean, I usually feel like I could use more filling. Whoops. And the consistency of it really comes from the avocados. Okay. So once we have the avocados, we're going to add in the cacao powder, the same amount we added for the filling, for the crust, and the same amount of maple syrup. You'll do it tomorrow. Okay, sounds good. Then I want to report on how the family liked it. All right. So I'm leaving half out. I'm not doing that third half, like I said. Now I'm going to add my half a cup of cacao powder, right? That's what I said, half a cup cacao, yep. In my hands here. And then my 3/4 maple syrup. All right. Everybody on the team has had this pie because I've made it a couple of times for, our team things. If you guys don't know, we love eating. And we love all the food. That's why we work out, right? No, we love working out too. We could not live without working out. Just we wouldn't feel right. Okay. And then 3/4 of maple syrup. Okay? So the exact same as with the crust. Again, I don't go as much on it. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right. Pour the maple syrup in. And then we got the 1 tablespoon of vanilla, the exact same as with the crust. And the one other difference is we're going to add some coconut oil. Okay? So 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. So I'm going to use my same spoon. Let me just rinse it off. Okay. And I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, okay? Now, you want it to be at room temperature. If you had it out with the beautiful weather it is, it should be at room temperature. If it's the winter time when you're doing it, then you'll need to melt it a little bit. Ideally, not in the microwave because you guys know how I feel about microwaves. Okay, so 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Add those in, and that is all the ingredients. And it is going to be amazing. All right. That's your coconut oil. You have any left? Just mix it in your hands because coconut oil feels good on the skin. I use it. It's in my lotion with shea butter and oils. I make it myself. Okay, so those are your ingredients. Yes. And now we're going to close it. And we're going to put it back in. And we're going to make some noise. Okay, let's check on it. Sorry for the noise. But you see how there's some cacao powder around the sides? So I'm going to, with my spoon or with a scoop or whatever, just like push it down so that we can really mix it in. Okay, because you want it nice and creamy. And you really want to blend it for quite a while because you don't want any of the, it's fine, but you don't really want to have any of the avocado chunks because if you're making it for people and then they see the chunks and they're like, oh my gosh, there's avocado in here, that's so gross or whatever. So blend it really well, okay? So we're going to do that again. Whoops. That's better, that's better. Meanwhile, I was just patting down my pie a little bit more. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You guys see? The inside, not the sides and stuff. Just look at it inside, okay? It is creamy. So what I do is I'm going to take my blade out. Okay? And I am going to I'm going to use I have a little scraper. I'm going to scrape this. Well, I can scrape it right into the pie, honestly. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to, this is the filling. You're going to put it right over the crust. And scrape it all in because you don't want to leave any behind. This is precious chocolate gold. Chocolate gold. How about that? I've never said that. That's what we're calling it, guys. Okay, so I have this main part, right? I'll put it over here so you guys can see a little bit at least. Let me get this out of the way, the mess. This out of the way. Now I'm going to just pour the filling in until it's full. Ta-da. All right, and flatten it out, right? You want to flatten it. You can let it overflow a little bit. Nothing wrong. I ain't judging. And if you made a little too much or a little too little, you just cut it kind of. I remember my first times it wasn't enough filling because I was using like too small of avocados. So that's why then I started doing 3. Because who wants to like only have half of what it really needs? Okay. So I'm kind of just spreading it out evenly. And my crust doesn't look like that perfect because kind of pressure was on. I'm here live with you guys. Usually I would take a little bit longer, make it smooth. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, you know, just a little bit. Add in. And this is looking good. I'm going to show you in 1 second. Well, you guys can see, right? So that inside is really creamy. Let me put this down. Let me show you. Ta-da! You see? You see? See, I could have made my, like, crust a little more perfect. I might, after you guys, like, top it off on the top here, on the sides, like, make it a little flatter. Whoops. But this is it, guys. Whoa. I thought I was closer. My chocolate tart. It is so good. You now want to either put it in the fridge overnight or you want to put it in the freezer for a little, okay? Wrap it up. Voila. I really don't have anything much to say about it other than it's really rich. It's very chocolatey and it's very sweet, so you don't need much of it, really. I mean, and this is me talking as someone that loves it, loves chocolate. So that's it. I hope you enjoy it. If you watched it, if you're watching, I hope you make it. It's really worth giving a try. Don't be grossed out by avocados. Trust me. And yeah, like I said, next week we're doing granola. At least that's the plan right now. Things might change. Things change all the time. And what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's YouTube Live is we have a guest speaker again, Dr. Michael. He's going to be talking about why we need protein in the body. Hey, Madeline. And how much of it and what it does to the body. As a doctor, he's going to give us some like added knowledge that that none of us have. So you can all be learning, okay? And what else? That's it. Memorial Day is Monday. Does it even feel like a long weekend? So weird. Because what are we really going to be doing during Corona? So, okay, here it is. If you didn't see it, if you want to see it again, I hope if you're watching and you're not making it, I have made you jealous. I've inspired you to want to make your own, okay? So that is all I have. I know I said a lot. I'm sorry. And I will see you guys another day, okay? Say bye if you want to or just leave. Bye, guys.